Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. This is going to cover mid-July. Okay, my angels. So I'm going to dive straight in this week and see what's going on for you. Just to let you know, I do have some new personal readings that are out right now. I'll leave the link in the description. So if you wanted one, then those are all there. And I have some really cool ones that I'm very proud of or excited to do for you guys. So if you do want that, then that will be linked down below. But anyway, let's dive into your reading for this week. We're going to start out with your oracles as always for my gorgeous Geminis. Let's get the mic out of the way. For my gorgeous Geminis, can I get a card out for this week, the week ahead? You got two. Let's see what they are. Oh, okay. Now, the orphaned energy really is like an abandonment wound. As you can see here, she's kind of looking like she's been left or abandoned in her wedding dress, right? So it could be in terms of love. But usually this card comes out when you're just feeling like something needs to change, but maybe you don't really know why. Maybe you have a lot of strong feelings that are more on the darker side, right? More heavier side. And the why card is really your message this week to dive deeper. Why are you feeling that way? Where is it coming from? To dive deep. That's how I deal with feelings and emotions anyways. And it looks like Spirit's kind of guiding you to do that too. Where is this coming from? Because I feel like you're having a reaction to something this week, but it's much deeper than you realize. Something's triggering an abandonment wound. Okay. And they're really calling for you to dive deep. There's a lot of this is emotional, but also subconscious. So it's quite spiritual too. It's like rewiring your mind here and how you see yourself, right? Or how you see life. Because this is telling me this is again quite an abandoned energy. Let's figure it out. Let's figure out why. Maybe you feel left behind, in life. Maybe you feel like you're behind, that you're not who you should be. You're not doing the things you should. Whatever it is, it's a low energy, and Spirit saying, why? Why do you feel this way? Dive deeper. Not because they want to know, because they want you to know why you're feeling this way. Because there's a root here that needs addressing, not just the symptoms. You need to address the root. Okay, let's figure it out. The Geminis. Okay, 6th chakra, and we got attachment. So this is very similar, because she's wearing a mask here. So I feel like this is about, again, I wonder if you're going through a bit of an ego death. That's okay. It means your identity is changing in a good way. You're letting go of attachments. You're letting go of these wounds that you may have had for a while, right? You're going through complete rebirth. Something that's been going on for a while though, because what they're showing me is quite morbid, really, where it's something's been rotting is what I'm seeing. Something's been there for too long. It could just be also a stagnant energy, right? It's just, that's what it's showing me. Anyway, another number 5, and so is that. So yeah, something needs to change here. This is the devil energy in this deck, okay? Which is where I felt the heavy energy. So 6th chakra is your third eye. So they want you to connect more to things outside of just a material world, right? Things that you see with your own eyes. There's more going on than just on the surface and what you can see. Okay, Gemini. So they want you to be a little bit more spiritual. I don't know why I'm feeling like it's speaking to someone who's a bit skeptic. That's not going to be for everyone, but maybe lately you've just felt well, where the hell is the universe if I'm going through this or feeling this way, because there's some resentment or some anger or just a lot of, okay, we're going to dive into it. 6th chakra. There's more than what meets the eye here. Connect to that. Okay, sit with yourself for a little bit, even if it's uncomfortable, right? Okay, let's figure it out. Let's see, for Geminis, what do they need to hear for this week ahead? Okay, I'll take that. What is it? New moon. So you're going through a new beginning, a new cycle. It's in Sagittarius, which I quite like. Sagittarius known to be optimistic and all that stuff, travel, adventure, beliefs. So all that is a new journey you're about to embark on. It says focus on the positive. Wow, how ironic is that? Spirit saying, hey, there's more than what meets the eye. Dive into your why, but don't forget to be positive about your future. We're going to figure that one out. Let's dive into your spread. So whilst you're looking at that and whilst I'm thinking about it, I'm going to shuffle these cards for you. Do something a little bit differently this time. Focus on the positives. It makes a lot of sense with what we were seeing here. Seeing sparklers. Why? Isn't that November time that we do that, or something about the 4th of July? Oh, I wanted to do this. Okay. So what's creating this darkness inside? I would really suggest that you reach out to someone. By the way, you don't have to do it all alone. The way that you view yourself or view your life right now, again, might just be surface level. Okay, let's give this one more shuffle. Then we'll split it. Okay, 5-7, 57. Okay, well, Queen of Pentacles, that's really nice. So what's going on here? You're really being called to observe things through a different lens. This is so interesting. So what seems to be going on is more emotional. Makes sense. Queen of Cups now in the center of your reading. Because the tarot cards usually are the ones that are a bit more heavier than the oracles, but in your case, these are lighter than the oracles. So let's dive into what they're saying. Okay, in terms of love, you're going to be healing that, but you might need to take a little break and a breather to focus on your own healing. And there's a new beginning coming up in terms of finances and work, okay? Overall energy this week is the Ace of Wands to a new... I like that. You're getting your flame back. You're getting your passion back. So this is telling me, okay, I should have known this. So if you've been feeling this orphaned energy for some time now, Gemini, this is where it's starting to change and shift. The Y card says that you're getting a bit more... You're going a bit deeper. Maybe you're able to understand these thoughts through a different lens, right? As the observer of the thoughts rather than the thoughts themselves. Because the new moon does suggest, okay, something new is happening. Ace of Wands, your spark. It's in Sagittarius, fiery energy. You're getting your motivation back, right? So whether this means that you are getting an idea or whether something is bringing passion or motivation in your life that you're able to use that fire to move things forward, I quite like this energy. Some of you might be moving, or again, it could be a new job coming up here that makes you feel better, and maybe that's what you need. I was just saying to Taurus as well, and you do have similar cards, only these two in the same position. Is why I went, and they also had these two as well. But anyway, that your body is always going to give you the signs, okay, that something is not right, even if it looks good on the surface, right? Maybe that's what we're saying here. Maybe it does look good on the surface, but inside there's something going on that you can't ignore anymore. So they're calling for you to pay attention to that, right? It might not make sense to anyone else, or maybe even yourself, but if your body and you're being pulled in a certain direction, really listen to that, okay? Listen to the inner nudge. So Queen of Wands being your energy, well, the energy of the week does say that you're going to be in a stable position, right? Maybe financially, there's going to be a lot of stability this week. It is really a good card of nurturing and abundance. So it's a good card for growth, okay? Being stable at the very least. The Hanged Man coming through does say that in your advice position, you're really being called to look at something through a different lens, right? You might feel like you're in an uncomfortable position and maybe having to sacrifice something, but they're asking you to kind of relax in this position. Don't fight it, because there's some enlightenment, some knowledge that they want you to gain through looking at things in this position that you're in. I'm going to say it like that, right? He's upside down, right? And to me, that represents that you're in a different position, and one that's uncomfortable, but one where Spirit's calling for you to relax here. There's something to learn here, and you will be set free soon. Eight of Pentacles is actually in your challenge position. So this is a card that suggests that maybe working or money could be a little bit challenging, which is interesting. I think remember to pat yourself on the back every now and again, because I think that you're the type of person who is always looking for more, and I can do better and I can do better, that you forget how amazing you are. So your advice is really making it does say that your challenge here is that there's a lot of work that you're probably doing, but the Eight of Pentacles is good work. It's growth, it's immediate progress, right? So I feel like in a way your challenge is that you're not quite seeing how great you are, how great you've done, and how far you've come with the Queen of Pentacles being here, okay? Six of Swords being here suggests that you are moving towards calmer times, which is amazing. I actually quite like that for you. It's about moving towards hope. It's about moving to new lands. So some of you could actually be changing homes or have recently moved. Queen of Cups being in your energy means that you're mastering your feelings and emotions, especially your intuition. The Hanged Man and the Queen of Cups here with the sixth chakra, your third eye, tells me that you're actually opening up a bit more to spirit and your intuition and trying to lead with that, okay? Or diving a bit deeper into those. Temperance being here in your near future is good. I feel like you will be able to take a bit of a break in the near future, but this is also about you building harmony in your life and finally getting things balanced, right? Temperance is saying everything in moderation. She's a great card for, again, testing out two things to create something even better. But also my card of a pit stop as well, and taking time and patience. So in the near future, they're calling for patience, but there's some blessings along the way. I'm going to shuffle this deck as I'm speaking because we're going to clarify these as well. In your challenge position, you also have the Six of Cups, and I felt like there's a snake there for some reason. I saw it in my mind's eye. So that could be that maybe you feel a bit betrayed by it from, past people, friendships, or family members, or just in general. Six of Cups is a little bit to do with soulmates. Could have some nostalgia coming up in some memories there, but we'll figure it out. Five of Swords in your advice position, similar to what I said to Taurus, is sometimes you just have to let people walk away. You have to let people be upset with some boundaries that you place. This is really a card of not chasing anything or not forcing anything, at least how it came up for them as well. It is a card of change, but in this way, I see that sometimes we hurt ourselves by trying to win something, okay? So it comes up with the phrase, not to cut your nose off to spite your face, right? Don't try to get back at someone because it might only hurt yourself, for example. That's the message here. Because after this battle's done, he picks up the 3 swords that he has, which represents heartache and pain, and moves forward. So it is a card about conflict, so there might be that coming up this week. But they are calling for you to look at it a little bit differently, to pick your battles, basically. And the 9 of Cups in your near future says that you're going to be very happy in the near future. I like this combo because Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, 9 of Cups says that you're going to be in a stable position, which I love. So let's dive into it. Then we'll go over love and career finances a bit later on. I forgot to say, what's in your hidden position? Okay, what's hidden is the Star. Dreams, wish fulfillment, and healing. Giving back to the world. I love that. So what you don't see coming this week is, sorry, it just caught my eye on the bottom of the deck. It's a Star as well, so that's funny. That you'll be healing a lot of stuff. And this is really deep healing as well, okay? Let's just go in and clarify. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So some of you need to understand that, okay, there might be some things that you're upset about, that you feel that you're in conflict with or feel defeated, right? Maybe this is a loss of some kind, or maybe you feel like you've lost an argument, or maybe you've had to cut someone off and you feel at a loss here. The Queen of Pentacles says that even though that you're going through those hard emotions of experiencing defeat, you're in a really good position, and I really want you to focus on that, okay? The Hanged Man with the 3 of Swords says that what they want you to look at differently specifically is heartache and is pain. If you think that the Queen of Cups is in the middle of the reading, which is about being the master of your feelings and emotions and being an empath and having this beautiful trophy, right? Her cup is different from everyone else. So her heart is different. It's a trophy. Usually is because of experience. So 3 of Swords, understanding your feelings, understanding your pains, addressing them, looking at them, right? Like I said earlier, sit with them, observe them through a different lens as the one outside of the pain, because you might be able to help yourself heal something, okay? Or understand what's creating this. 4 of Pentacles with the 8 of Pentacles is interesting. The advice here with your challenge being work is to open up a little bit more to new ways of doing things, because you're going to see more growth here, specifically about finances, specifically about career, but in any area where you are trying to grow things and learn about things or grow, right? Trying to make progress. They really want you to open up to new ways of doing things, right? 4 of Pentacles is stubborn, and it's my way or the highway, and this is how I've always done things. This energy does not give you abundance, right? You have to be able to pivot and to change. So they want you to be a bit more open in that area if you want growth. 6 of Swords and a 10 of Pentacles is really good news that you're moving away from conflict and moving towards a lot more abundance, right? This is a windfall of finances for some. This could be an inheritance for some, but this really is just like you're moving toward long-term stability. So whatever you've moved away from, it will never be like that ever again, because the 10 of Pentacles is really long-term stability. I feel like if you're moving homes, it's something that you're going to be living in for a long time, or something that is just super stable for you. You won't have to worry about the conflict that comes from the 5 of Swords, right? So that's really good. That's good there. Queen of Cups with the Four of Cups. So yes, addressing your feelings and emotions is important. Four of Cups is my cups version of the Four of Pentacles, where you might be, avoiding diving deeper into your feelings or avoiding maybe even offers from other people. It's almost this energy of not wanting to dive deeper. Probably because it's uncomfortable. So I would say really important time to focus on your feelings. It is also a card of feeling jaded or bored. So as I said, this could be a really good time to get to know yourself. Because going from the Four to the Queen is pretty big level up, to be fair. So I do see that you're changing, but you have to, like, she's opening up herself to this cup that's being offered to her, whereas the Four of Cups is arms folded. So again, another message here about being a bit more open and maybe needing to focus on the positive, right? Temperance, Nine of Pentacles. In the near future, you're absolutely going to be loving your own space and energy. Nine of Pentacles is again a really good sign that finances are going to be in order. Really good combo actually for focusing a bit more on your savings, on your stability, not needing to rush, or I see for some, not needing to buy everything or be up with the trends. I think there's an energy of you going on your own lane a little bit with how you do things and feeling very, very good in this energy. There's a little snail down here. So both of these are about patience and being in your own energy and enjoying it as you're going along and loving the journey. Six of Cups here, Seven of Swords. As I said, I did see the snake with this card, and this is a card of betrayal. So your challenges this week is dealing with betrayal, okay? Specifically in terms of soulmates and connections, okay? Where people have been a bit sneaky or people have been manipulating you. The snake is over here as well. So some of you are falling out with a friend or a family member or whatever it is because they're a bit of a snake here. Five of Swords, Queen of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Queen of Wands is also about knowing your worth, and as part of advice, as I said, don't force anything. If anyone's trying to leave or disagree with you or your way of doing things, then it's time to kind of show them the door, because the Queen of Wands is all about knowing your worth, knowing your value. She's not going to come off the throne to beg anybody, right? She stands in her power. So you are being called to be like that, okay? That's important. Nine of Cups with the Nine of Cups, of course, in your near future being all about wish fulfillment. So you're going to be super double wish fulfilled, super happy and super proud of yourself is really what I'm feeling with this energy. So a very big change from that orphaned energy, okay, which I can see has something to do with a specific person that you felt was people cared, but that person, I swear, I thought that they cared about me, then you realizing that they didn't, right? Some of you may already have broken up from somebody or again detached from a person. Know your worth, right? With that Five of Swords, this could be a similar situation too. You're going to be very, very happy about yourself moving forward and that you made the right decision. So focus on the positive, as I said. In terms of love, Page of Cups and the Four of Swords looks like someone is apologizing. There is healing. If you are in a relationship, there is a chance for healing here. Okay, maybe getting closure if you've broken up with someone, that's what's coming through. Whether it means that you are focusing on your feelings in terms of love and your healing in this area and getting more stable, or whether it does represent that someone is coming into your world, right? It could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. In terms of your career, you have a new beginning and you also have new goals coming up here. This is also finances too. So I see that you're having a fresh start in this area where you're able to feel more passionate, okay, about why you're going moving forward, because the Chariot is about moving. So maybe you have to go longer distance in terms of work, career this week, and in terms of finances, I don't know what that would mean, and I'll get there in a second, but there's a clean slate coming through here for everybody. In terms of finances, same thing. The water is a clean slate, a new start, and the Chariot is about you being determined and really committing to this journey. I really do see your finances will really take off if it's not already. 10 of Pentacles, 9. We have the 8 as well, and the Queen. This looks very, very good for your stability. If not now, then absolutely in the future. So whatever plans you already have, because I feel like you already do have some plans, start them because this looks really good. And if you are starting a job, then again, I really like that energy too. Okay, my angels, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I wanted these to be a little bit quicker, so I hope it's made some sense to you with how I did the spread. It's basically the same, but just different how I lay it out. it's the same, different how I speak about it, I guess. But anyway, I send you my love. Remember, I am offering personal readings right now, so go and check those out if you've not already. But aside from all that, Gemini, I'll see you guys next time, okay?